Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast. And for a few minutes, I want to talk a little bit about Drew Brees. Now, as you all know, Drew Brees passed Peyton Manning on the all-time touchdown pass list this past Monday. He went to 541 touchdowns, and he passed Peyton Manning. So congratulations to Drew Brees. A lot of people chimed in, everyone from Tom Brady to Matthew McConaughey. But, it's a great accomplishment. It just shows you how consistent Drew Brees has been throughout his career. It shows you how hard he's worked. And I think everybody in Who That Nation would say that he deserves this record. But, of course, we have the next day. You have aficionados and the national media chiming in about this record, and people are asking, where is Drew Brees placed on the all-time greats list? Is he a top 10 quarterback? Is he a top 5 quarterback? Some people saying that he's not a top 10 quarterback. He's not a top 5 quarterback. People like Jason Whitlock, who I feel like his credibility should be completely taken away from him if you don't feel as if Drew Brees is a top 10 quarterback. But people have been discrediting this man. They basically just saying that, he play in a dome, or he gets 9 dome games a year. He doesn't have the arm strength. He doesn't have the championships like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. I mean, they're saying all this stuff to try to discredit this man, but he has all the statistical records to tell you that he is the greatest of all time. And I think they're not telling you something that you should know. And I don't think they're telling the masses something that they need to know. So I'm going to tell you. Drew Brees should be considered one of the greatest of all time, just strictly because of the fact that look at the division that he plays in. He plays in the NFC South. Throughout his career, the NFC South has always had a franchise quarterback. Each team has had a franchise quarterback. Carolina Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers struggled throughout the years, but they got Jameis Winston, Cam Newton, Matt Ryan. All these guys have been in the South beating up on each other every single year. Then you have people like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Tom Brady in the AFC East, he dominated. Peyton Manning in the AFC South, he dominated. But who were the other franchise quarterbacks in that division? They were winning all these division titles, but there was nobody to go up against them. They were going up against the likes of Chad Henne and Chad Pennington and J.P. Lossman and Trent Edwards, guys like that. Peyton Manning going up against, I don't know who, like Matt Schaub and David Garrard and Byron Leftwich and people like that. You know what I'm saying? And the Tennessee Titans, they never really had a franchise quarterback before Marcus Mariota actually got there. And they still don't have one, you know what I'm saying? Because it don't look like they're going to sign him back. So I'm just saying, like, before you start talking about what Drew Brees don't have, not as many playoff appearances, just take a look. Honestly, those guys basically coast through their division year after year. And we all know all you have to do is win your division and you make the playoffs. Drew Brees playing the NFC South, everybody knows it's anybody's division each and every year. It can be Carolina one year. It can be the Saints one year. It can be Tampa one year. It can be Atlanta one year. Like, basically, they beat up on each other. So I feel like they need to take that into account. If you're going to be talking about Drew Brees playing in a dome and he's playing in, closed conditions and he don't have to worry about wind and rain and snow and all that kind of stuff or what have you, you need to take that into consideration when it comes to the division in which those two guys played in. But nevertheless, Drew Brees is one of the greatest of all time. I don't care what anybody says. The records speak for itself. I don't care if everybody can't do what he does. Everybody is not going to do what Drew Brees does. If it wasn't that impressive, everybody would do it. Every Blake Bortles or any other quarterback out there could put up the numbers that he does. But it just shows you how special that he is. And I don't care what the media says. I think he's one of the best And I think they need to get this man his credit. He definitely a top 5 quarterback in my book. And anybody that thinks otherwise, I have to say something is clearly wrong with you. But of course, I would like to hear from you. What do you think about Drew Brees? Why do you think that the national media, tries to discredit him every time, they come on TV? Comment down below, like and share this video. This has been the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you all very much for checking out this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com, search State of the Saints podcast, facebook.com, search State of the Saints podcast. Till next time, all I got to say is, who dat?